That's us recording now. Hey guys, it's been a wee bit, and both of us have been very, very busy. Garby, what have you been up to? You've been pumping out chapters to Dwarves Green, haven't you?
Yeah, and currently I'm top 500 on fucking Rule Road
Hey, look at you, fucking
because I
numbers and shit.
weaponized my fan base.
Well, that's what you should. That's the saddest thing about it. Like, see, if you want to be like an author in this day and age, you need to you need to also be able to do like social media. Like, genuinely,
Yeah,
it's kind of ridiculous.
it's so annoying.
It is. Why do you have to come back? And see, that's the same thing for almost everything these days. See, if you're not like, if you work in anything, like, say, even if you're someone who say you've got a power washing business and you power wash people's like driveways, or you do like people's roofs or whatever, you still got to be able to use social media if you want to be able to find people that are willing to buy from you, or like, do your service or whatever. It's actually ridiculous, the world we live in at this point. It's bad. But yeah, do you want to do any news, any topics? Saw the only other big one that I saw was Critical Role. They weren't going to bother doing
They go through all that bother, all that trouble of making their own art, their own game system, but they don't stand on business and use it for their fucking shows. Like,
because
I,
they want money, money, money,
like
money, 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 money. That I'm going to say there's two things are. First, they made the system as a cash grab, which, I mean, like, look, it
you've
is what
seen
it
the
is.
system, right?
Yeah, we did the system. Sure, they didn't have a
Yeah,
death mechanic or whatever. No,
there
that
was
was that was lesbians, wasn't it?
no, no, no. That wasn't Thirsty Sword Art Sword Lesbians. No, that was one where there was no turn order. The DM could spend tokens to make NPCs have actions. There was no actual death mechanic. You could take scars instead, or have a glorious. You could choose to die if you so wish, but you weren't. You can never be forced to die. But like, you go through all this bullshit to make. And I mean, that's why I think they didn't make it. They had some fucking intern or some shit make it, because if I took the
Yeah.
time to make an RPG system, which I am, I would use that fucking thing over literally everything else.
Yeah, like,
Like,
if you went through the effort of actually creating it, why would you why would you not, like, especially if that's your main vehicle to be selling it, like, like, if people are making products and the goal is to get it sold, which I'm going to assume most products are designed to be sold, or at least like spread out, or like, for people to interact with and be like, oh, that's pretty neat, okay, that's pretty cool,
but
I,
like,
I I
but
just I just think it was a cash grab personally, and I think they showed that it was a cash grab because they know that their fan base are D&D players, or D&D enthusiasts. Let's call them that instead, will we? Is that a better
I
term?
guess. I mean,
uh,
it's
so yeah, I mean, like, there's not much else to put on it. I don't think there's much point even talking about it. Is there any other big news that's happened since we've like been away?
I'm currently looking around. Like, currently there's a new game coming out that's based off a comic. Let's see here. There's going to be a Vox Machina cartoon coming out, as well as a Munchkin game. Let's see
Was it,
here.
didn't Grim Jim do Munchkins? Didn't they? He did the first edition.
There's now educational RPG games. You've seen these, right? The educational RPG games.
Why? What are they like? Are they meant for like, kids? I take it.
They're like focused around
Let's
like
see.
children, I suppose.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I mean, like, I would be up for that. I've learned that Aussie is a terrible cheat when it comes to board games. Like, straight up,
Really?
yeah, he's a terrible cheat. Like, he's really bad at it. So pretty much the only games that I think I can play with him are cooperative, more or less story games, if I be honest with you, because he's just a cheat. Like, we were playing Atmosphere. Have you ever played Atmosphere at all?
No, I'm not.
What? You're missing out. So here, let me get you. I mainly loved Atmosphere. It was like a board game that you also put into the computer, or not the computer, the TV. It was like a DVD one, so it was. So here, if any of you guys played it, it was the shit. I loved it. But a few years ago, they brought out a new one, which with an app version, and yeah, it's just not as good. Like, it looks terrible. It's not the same. It's just not the same.
Oh,
It's so
Atmosphere. Now I
yeah.
get it.
Do you
Okay.
remember it? No.
I don't remember it all. No.
Yeah, well,
But it's a little horror game. I take it.
yeah, it's like a wee horror game, and you have to go down the board and you collect keys, and then like this, he's called the gatekeeper, and he flashes up on screen. It's like, yes, maggots, and then you have to like do like Simon Says with him essentially.
Really?
Well, it's not Simon Says, but if you have to follow his goals essentially. And he can like trip you up and stuff. It's honestly it's a lot of fun, especially for kids and stuff, because it can be quite spooky. I thought it was a lot of fun as a kid, and I got it. Me and Ozzy play it from time to time, and yeah, he's got no interest in actually like. So say he needs to roll like a 4. He rolls his dice and he gets a 2. He just flips over the dice and then he just sits and like looks at it. It's like, see, I rolled. It's like, Ozzy, that's not how...
over the die.
Yeah,
Ozzy.
No, Ozzy, that's not how you play the game. This is not how you do it. And then he'll just like... You know, the thing is, he actually just goes over and steals my keys. Like, he lifts my keys up and just like, here, that's mine. I got that one. I get this one. It's like, Ozzy, this is not how you play the game. But... So he's terrible at this. He's just terrible at this. But what we can do is we've been playing like Curse City and Hero Quest and stuff like that. And essentially... Like, you know, again, he's not very good at dice rolling, so it's kind of just, I make up the story as we go, and, like, you know, he just explores, and, like, I let him put down tiles and stuff, and he dictates where we actually move to, but, you know, overall, you can play that with him, but I think, like, you know, you need to remember, he's only just turned 4, so,
no excuse, destroy him.
Yeah, I feel like that, it's like, Ozzy, you're gonna have to just get good. Also, whenever we play Mario Party, have you ever played Mario Party at all? No?
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty good, so it is. That's probably the best one that he can play, because again, it's like a video game, but there's a bit in it where you can go to like the Ghost Boo, and you can steal people's money, and anytime he loses, he goes, I'm going to steal some money off you, and of course he always does, and I always do it at random, so I don't specifically steal from him, but like, you know, if I ever was to
he's
steal
like, you.
No, he goes into like full-blown meltdown if I steal money off him. Like, there was one time I stole a star off him.
One of those, huh?
Yeah, he does. He just can't hack it. But he's more than willing to dish it out, but he won't give it back. So, the last time we did it, he stole money off me. I was like, Ozzy, tell you what. See, next time at Boo, I'm gonna steal some money off you. Or, you know what he does? See if I'm winning or whatever, or if I'm doing really well, like halfway through the game, he'll just swap controllers. And it's like, I want to play as so-and-so now. It's like, Ozzy, this isn't how it's done. Like, you know, you like, just deal with it. Like, you know, you're just gonna have to get better.
Son, you're fired. Get out.
Yeah, just get good. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it all. But like, you know, like I think he's getting somewhere with it all. Like, you know, he is only 4, and like, what age do you think you can realistically get kids into like war games and stuff? Like maybe like 6 at the earliest. Maybe 7.
I would say about 9, actually.
9, yeah, probably.
That way they can fully understand what the fuck's going on. I think it's why they're kind of making these kid RPG games that are based around, like, the Living Museum or Ranger Mech Squad or some shit to try and get them into the gaming and understand. Because, you know, it helps kids understand rules.
Yeah.
You know, and, like, taking turns and being cooperative.
I think that's the important thing about it all, is you can just get them to, like, understand about taking turns and getting a good sense of the goals and all that sort of stuff. I don't think there's any, like, you know, that's not much of an issue. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I'm on board with it, just as long as it's not full of, like, fucking the current day political agenda. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like, trans kids, Do you know what I mean? As long as it's not like that, it's like, I'm alright with it, I'll give it a go.
Trans kids, my favorite flavor.
Yeah.
If you scroll down, you'll see what I was kind of looking at earlier. Here's the Borderlands. It's a new D&D thing. They have class boards. Go down.
Museum, Good Nature, Spelljammer. Oh, they're doing a Spelljammer one, are they?
And then...
No, I'm in, like...
Keep going. Those things. So apparently, like, they're really, like, dumb shitting the fucking game now. And they have these entire boards set out where you can literally pull out... these are for D&D Beyond, but it's these giant boards where it has all your shit right in front of you. So, those things. So... It still does all the math bullshit, but it has, like, everything in front of you. Because I guess, like, because me, I never liked the math. Like, I could understand everything else, but I guess they're trying to dumb it down even further. And they're making these giant boards where everything's right in front of you, and it just literally spells out everything for you and what you're doing. You know,
okay.
like what?
If it's meant for kids, I think that's overall.
No, I don't think this is for kids. This is for actual like regular players. Like this is for everybody. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but like they're basically this is only for D&D Beyond because it can do all the calculations for you.
Oh.
Like my games just add your shit together. That's your modifier. Because remember, there's in this game there's that fucking math formula they do for shit, and even then it's like, do you need like a chain shirt card and a look at that dwarf species thing? My God.
Yeah. I would rather. Honestly, I'm at the point where genuinely, why does modern like mainstream tabletop RPG artwork just suck dick? And it does. It just sucks dick. Like there's no other way about it. Like it just does. It's terrible looking. Now I can say for a fact, I don't think I would have been half as interested. Now for me, like I never got into role playing games. I never got into D&D whenever I was younger. For me, it was all 40k. It was all Warhammer. It was White Dwarf. And see, for me, like if it wasn't for John Blanche, I don't think I'd be doing like what I do today. The artwork just captivated me, like straight up. And let's be serious. Why do you want to make it? Like I always like see, especially when I was a child, I always thought like, what? Like, do you remember what's the Goldal? How do you spell Goldal? Oh, there we go. It's like artwork. I always thought the Goldal artwork looked fucking gay. Do you know what I mean? Like
it's hyper child stylized and kind
of but simple. Whenever I was a child, I just didn't think this was cool. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bit like maybe I'm too much of an edge lord. I've always been.
You're too edgy, man. You're way too edgy.
Yeah, but I just didn't think like. See, if I saw someone showed me this, I remember thinking, I was like, I've got no interest in reading this. I know it's meant for my age group and it's designed for all that, but like, I'm sorry, but let me just type in 90s Warhammer fantasy art. Like, come on, man. You can't tell me it's like this is cool. This is fucking cool, man.
It was a style itself, and it was a style at the time.
Cool. That's cool. All this shit that just fucking activates my neurons. I've came to the realization that everything that I thought was cool whenever I was like 9 is actually fucking cool. Do you know what I mean? Sports cards, shit's cool. Big tits, that shit's cool. Fucking battleships, cool. Everything that's cool. Society has a way of trying to shame you into thinking that these things are not cool. Whenever, in fact, the fact of the matter is, that shit's cool. It just is, Garb. Well, what do you think? Was anything that you thought was cool that you were when you were 9, 10, 11, 12 that have been like, oh, mate, no, that's cringe. No, why was I like that? Nah, that shit was cool.
Well, like for me, I grew up looking at 1980s and 90s fantasy art, but that was a style in of itself. It was just hyper stylized, bright and colorful art styles, and let's go to the ages, like the 1980s.
80s,
do like 1980s fantasy art, right? That stuff was highly saturated usually and really good color balance.
Yeah, give me all that shit. Yeah,
like this was a style in of itself. Now, I like the color. I wasn't a big fan of black and white, but like this shit right here was like the dopest fucking thing when I was like, growing up in the 90s, because I could only afford the old books. You know what I mean?
Yeah, boy.
Well, not me, my family could only afford the old books. But this was a style that you kind of grew up with. And over time, this style got refined in the 90s. They started drawing better faces, better body types. And I was like, okay, this is now peak, right? Now I've gotten in fights over this, but like I don't think the black and white D&D books were to me those are all shit. I liked this stuff, the stylized color, fantastical side of the van mural shit, you know what I mean?
Again, I think that's more to do with cost measures, you know what I mean? Like you couldn't fill the entire book out with this type of artwork, you know what I mean? It's just very...
But like, it was funny as hell, in this time period, it was always ripped dudes and like beautiful women. And it was always like,
yeah, brother! That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I mean though? Like, or like this shit, like this fantasy art I could get behind,
Hell
but like,
yeah.
but like it was one of those things where like this was its own style of itself. And I guess we can, I guess we can discuss like this for the video is like how art changed
Yeah.
over the
I
years.
mean, like, originally I was wanting to talk about, like, D&D villains and stuff, but, like, you know, or just, like, adventure villains, and just, like, but I'm more than happy to just talk about Soul. Now, again, you know what? Because we talk about the gym all the time. This isn't a gym channel.
Gym.
However, Frank Frazetta back. Just, like, no, just, like, you can't tell me that you don't want to be like, yes. I want. You know what? Like that's my goal. My goal is to achieve Bronze Age warlord physique, and anything less is failure in my eyes. At this point, I must achieve this. Like that to me is just like yes. I find it hard to believe that someone can look at this and not be like, I gotta do that shit. Do you know what I mean? Like fuck me, man. Just hell yeah. And again. Modern society tells you, no, this is toxic masculinity. Oh, the damsel. No, nah, shit's cool. Shit's fucking cool. Just look. You know. Oh, this is a toxic male fantasy. Look at this centaur with this woman on the back. This is not cool. Oh, look.
The centaur.
What's going
But
on?
but it's basically just trying to capture a vibe. You know,
Yeah.
what was it about sexuality? Just trying to capture a vibe. Like this.
Oh, I need
This
that.
shit right here.
Oh, I
This,
need that.
like this
Oh
shit's a vibe.
yeah, there we go. That's a vibe. Now that's a
Yeah,
vibe.
like it was
Yeah,
all about
boy.
trying to capture a particular vibe. It was just different. It was better.
Mm,
You know. But like, and that was the 1980s. This is 1990s. All this art's coming out, right?
and it's
And you
so
had like imagine it like you're like a 90s kid. You're thumbing through a book, right? And you see this shit just in the book, right? You're like, what the fuck is that? Like, it was like this big, colorful layout, and these things took soul and time to draw. Like you're thumbing through some kind of fantasy art book. You're like, well, your mom's in fucking buying shit. You're trying to, occupy your time, and this shit pops out. Like, whoa, what the fuck? It's a whole thing,
yeah, boy. That's something.
and like. And like knowing modern, the current age art, like I
Like,
use certain artists because that's the vibe I want, but I use different kinds of artists to all show different kinds of vibes.
what's the new edition of one D&D artwork? Now, I. Oh yeah, is that
Well, there's one with
that's the orcs, isn't
like
it?
like
Yeah.
the blue black chicks on the fucking like they're like black chick flappers on a fucking like
Ah,
table and like they're
you can put black people on, like, you know, that's not the issue. It's just, why do they all have to be so gay? Why do you have to make it so gay?
that's a literal rainbow warrior.
Like, oh yeah, that woman. Yeah.
Well, you notice
Yeah.
like, but it's not really doing a vibe. And I don't really get a vibe from these. I don't really get like.
It doesn't fill me with inspiration to go out and adventure. It doesn't. The world doesn't feel like, oh, I can't wait to explore over there. Like, you know, like, let's go back to this one here. I want to know what's in that tower. Fuck yeah, that tower looks cool. I bet you any money that's like, you know, like Conan the Barbarian, you know, like the snake tower in the city that they go into and they have to fight the big snake. Oh, mate, there's definitely something living in the bottom of that. I wonder what's in there. You know, to me, that just makes me want to explore. That makes me want to interact with the world. Like, you know, look at this shit. You know what I mean? You can't. Oh, mate, look at all them mountains and shit. Wonder what's over there. What's over in the distance? Oh shit! What's this magic? Oh mate, wait, what's he doing? Is he summoning some fucking zombies and shit? Oh mate, look at them fucking
Mhm.
zombies, man. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't know. That's just the way like my Unga Bunga brain works. I just look at
And
that
well,
and it
there's
makes
that
me
and
want
that,
to.
and like let's compare old dwarf. Hold on, let's do this for the 1980s
Not this one, Garbu.
dwarf.
Stop.
No, hold
No,
on, no,
not
we're
this
doing it. We're
one.
doing it.
Oh,
Hold on. So let's compare like modern dwarf art to like 1990s dwarf art. Here we
no,
go.
get
Hold
me
on.
the White Dwarf magazine, the thingy issue one. White Dwarf issue with the white
Just trying to find a
dwarf
good image.
on the cover. Let's see, what one was that? Again, oh fuck, I love that one. That was one of my favorites. I think it was
Well,
2000.
you can really pick any White Dwarf image, and you're gonna find something better.
White Dwarf
Like
issue.
that shows like like an actual dwarven mood.
2004, I think it might have been. Yes, that's the one. Yes.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah.
yeah, boy. Yeah,
Well, that's the White
boy.
Dwarf, actually.
Yeah, no, that it is the White Dwarf. I can't remember what's his name again. Oh fuck, I remember buying that magazine, so I do. And then there was a few ones after that. I remember, was it the summer one? It had Skaven or something on the front cover. I can't remember now. White Dwarf 2004. You know what? Actually, let's go back to 1999 or 1998. Actually, was whenever I first started buying White Dwarf. And where was the first one I got? It had an orc on the cover, black orc cover.
Actually, let's do this. Like, compare that art to like this art, right?
Let's see. What do you have?
Like,
That's actually not too bad. That one's pretty good. I like that one. I can work
yeah,
with
but
that.
like but it still captures the mood. Now the top one's just a bunch of gay dwarves at a fucking bakery or some shit.
Yeah, like
You got black dwarf, Asian dwarf, gay dwarf, fucking midget dwarf. Like I don't know what's going on with this. It doesn't capture what
this is
like
this is how do we put San Francisco into a fantasy setting? This is
That
how we
and-
do it.
like that, and dwarfs wouldn't wear fucking open-toed shoes for God's sakes. Like they're
Yeah, no,
dwarves, they're
yeah.
minors. They would wear boots or shoes. Like it's just they a lot of the modern art kind of damages the identity of whatever the fuck they're drawing, and I don't know why they do that. I have a theory on why they do that, but I don't know why they
To
think
make
no.
it
We should
gay and boring. That is the only explanation.
no. I think it's because they just don't care. They don't care to research what it is they're fucking drawing.
By the
or
way,
fucking
guys,
reflect it.
this is a thing that exists and it's completely free. I just want to put that out there. Completely free. Just look at that shit. What? Free STL. I've got no connection to this company at all, but I just want people to know that this exists and you can have this. And I'm after finishing my Necromancer for my Mordheim Warband, but I'm not opposed to making a new Necromancer for my Mordheim Warband at this point, you know? Or if you just want to make like your cool wizard or like a warlock or whatever, that's a thing that exists. Let's see. Oh, this is it. Nerd culture is toxic, lumbering monsters that have only contributed to isolation sci-fi. Fantasy, superheroes, etc. from the rest of the artistic conventions that make these genres so septic and inbred. If we want them to survive, nerd culture needs to die. What a fucking
Okay,
bitch,
Jeff,
boy.
I found it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jorge Rodriguez. Oh, just some fucking nobody.
Yeah.
So
but Harmony, it was Harmony posted. How do I get to the?
now you tried.
Yeah, I tried. Look, anyway, back on point. This shit just like look, even like the cheaper end stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you can tell that this cover is definitely not up to the same standard as the rest.
Now,
of the stuff,
you,
but
now
I
you
just
can't.
look at that.
Well, you can't say that art didn't, evolve. Art always evolves, but I
is
don't
it
think
in
it
the right
evolved
way?
in the right direction. Well, there's some guys currently who do really good modern fantasy art.
Oh, there
for
is
sure.
definitely, like, you know, they do exist. They definitely do exist. However, sadly, they're few and far between. You know, it's just not the same.
Like I always see this one running around. I don't know who the guy is, but it always makes me laugh. It captures like the modern art aesthetic, also like that goofy like old aesthetic as well.
Yeah, I can see that. I could work with this. You know what? One thing that I absolutely hate is I hate it and I love it at the same time. World of Warcraft aesthetics ruined modern fantasy. Because I think everyone who plays like some from a tabletop game has definitely played World of Warcraft at some point in their lives. Like, I refuse to believe someone can play like any form of like tabletop game and not have also played World of Warcraft at some point. Like, it's just a fact. And as much as I actually quite enjoy that aesthetic, like I think it only works within the Warcraft universe, though. You know what I mean? But even then, you can see.
Like, so do you believe that like certain popular things kind of poison the well, or what?
Oh, most definitely. There's no way that they don't. But even then, like, look, let's go back to. Let's go for Warcraft 3. let's go for like just artwork. Let me see if I can find like actual like original stuff from that.
I mean, the thing is, we all know that Blizzard kind of borrowed off of Warhammer, though.
Oh,
Like,
it did. It did. It made him more
like,
cartoony. But again, I think they had to do that for the video game standards. You know what I mean? Like, it's the only way it could have really worked for like the computing part of the time. You know.
But like if you scroll up, the big massive clashes of people, like the very top there, like those giant spreads, like those are all very Warhammer-esque in like design. Because like early Warhammer, they had these huge clashing of armies and all that, and that was a very.
They definitely do. Like that's still. Like,
no. I'm saying for the time frame that this is all coming out, Warhammer was kind of like. That was kind of their vibe, and both 40K and fantasy is these huge spreads of armies clashing.
Yeah, like it's still going on, but like even then, you know what? I will say, Warhammer does get a bad rap. Like expect like their artwork still, it's not completely trash. Unlike Wizards, I think it's dog shit. Like I think there's no redeeming qualities, but.
Wizards got turned partially AI for one, and because remember they got caught doing that. Mind you, they'll pay for that, but like they won't pay for this. Like this here is modern.
Oh,
like, this is a modern art piece right here.
Oh, I could work with.
And they won't pay for this shit.
I could work with that. Yeah. Boy.
Like there are still people using modern tools and technology to do these classic fantasy spreads. But like they don't want that. They want this goofy fucking.
Can you divide the artwork of a tabletop game away from the world building?
How do you mean?
I would argue that for me, with that, like if someone was to give me a say a rule book, and it was completely blank, say it was like a Google Doc, and that was it, like and it was just the rules. You would then need to interpret it yourself. You would put your own aesthetics to it and how the world looks and feels and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's something I got in discussion with actually about that. Like, I don't believe that game books should be blank.
No, they can't be. I don't think they can.
Yeah, like it's just because if you have a big boring blank rule book, it's just gonna be an absolute chore to read. You're not going to engage with the reader and then actually make them enthusiastic about the world. So that's why like my books are being covered in fucking art, because there needs to be things to entice and get the reader excited about the world they're going to be playing in. At the same time, it's like when you read a modern D&D book, I don't really get excited. I get confused. Like, what? Why is this here?
I'll be straight up. I haven't read one in a while, man. I was really tempted to read what do you call that? Radiant Citadel, just to see how bad it was, but I don't know if I could be arsed.
So I went into a Barnes and Nobles and they had the books out, and I grabbed one and I just read it, and I was like, this doesn't really, this is not exciting me,
Oh, wait, give me 1 second. So me and Ozzy were in a bookshop maybe about a month ago, and we were going through, and I was having a wee nosy, and he picks up and hands to me. This, like you can see his face in the corner there.
The boy I love,
William Hussey.
Lyrical, tender, and so it was like a World War I gay romance novel.
Yeah, I'm going to assume so. Yeah. Yeah. No, not for me. And then let's do this to comparison of something that I didn't just finish it. I finished it maybe 2 weeks ago now. Titanicus. Hell yeah, brother! Have you ever done Titanicus?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, mate, you got to. It's pretty good. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it not quite as much as Hell's Reach, but Hell's Reach is almost impossible. Hell's Reach is honestly fucking insane. But Titanicus, I still thought was very, very good. So it was. I really, really enjoyed it. Although I do run in this issue of anytime I do a 40k book or any form of Warhammer Fantasy, I'm like, I should play make something of theirs, and it's really bad. Like, it's really bad. Anytime I see, I got the Nightwords trilogy, and I'm like, I should start a Nightwords kill team. Yeah, I should. Yeah, I
They got you hyped, huh?
Mate Iron Glue or Jordan suggested Titanicus. I'm like, mate, Megan will fucking flip her shit if I start printing a Titan. I got nowhere to put that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I got nowhere to put not even a Warhound Titan. Like, forget about putting like a warlord. I can do a lever for God's sake. But yeah, Titanicus was pretty good, I must say. Although one thing I noticed about it, they really spent very, very little time interacting with the enemy itself. Like, everything is very, like, the enemy is there, but a lot of it, it's strange. It's hard to explain. Do you know what I mean? You would honestly give it a go if you guys haven't. Book recommendation for the video anyway. So yeah, give that a go. Do you have any book recommendations while we're here?
Probably book wise.
Yeah, bar good drop Clayton.
Nothing I ain't said already. I mean, it's one of those, like, I've said my books in the past that are like my comfort books.
Yeah.
Haven't read anything really new yet because I don't like the modern sci-fi a lot of guys are putting out. It's either hyper gay or it's like they're trying, literally, it's going to send them, but a lot of the books now literally insist upon themselves, as dumb as that fucking sounds. It's like, you guys are like, this is boring. I hate this. I'm not enjoying this world that you're not bothering to build. They try and, like, I read one book and like the first chapter was like trying to preach to me. I was like, what the fuck, are you shitting me? Like,
yeah,
too many authors are using books as a way to like preach their fucking views. Like, that's not the point of a book. You're supposed to be entertaining people.
Yeah,
books should be about escapism, not like this is why you're a bigot and why you're not gonna like this book. I'm like, would you just fuck off, dude?
there was a good example of that actually that I did not long ago. It's called This Little Black Box of Doom. Is it? Yeah, this book. This one here. Now it's very current day, so it is. Each chapter is told by a different person in the story, and one of the people is an unironic Reddit moderator furry artist. So that's a thing. It does have some stuff about that. Like, there is some stuff that can be, but it does try to explore the concept of like the male loneliness epidemic and all that sort of stuff. So I suppose it's kind of hard to like talk about that without getting in, inserting some form of like modern day politics into it. It is a fun book and it is actually a good read and I would actually recommend it. However, it does exist and it is there. Do you know what I mean? But your guy Jason Pargan, he does do some other great books, I would say. I really enjoyed his John Dies at the End series. They're really good. I haven't tried Zoe Ash series at all, but one of those ones. We'll just see how things get on. So yeah, that's 2 book recommendations. But I didn't think it was overbearing. That I feel like, because that's the way the story was presented and the way the story is, I didn't feel preached to, because that was what the actual book was about going into it. Does that make any sense? Like, I knew it was set present day. I knew it was going to be about some form of this sort of thing, so it didn't feel overbearing in my mind. I think it's different if you're reading like a specific like fantasy genre and it's like gay lights or whatever. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know why. Because I don't know why entertainment is still being under assault under the guise of all these like agendas. Just entertainment should always be escapism. It always should be. You shouldn't be interjecting all this other goofy bullshit into it.
Are enough people enjoying it though? Could it be that enough people do seem to enjoy this type of shit?
I mean, I've seen a lot of the book sales in these things, and they're not selling. Like they're getting published, but like they're not getting sold.
How much does BlackRock have in publishing? Like, how much money are they funding into this? How do we make
probably
it gay?
More than we know?
how do we make this more gay and more boring? How do we dilute any form of entertainment? How do we make people's lives more depressing than what they already are? Like, the only thing holding for me anyway, and don't get me wrong, it is happening. Like, specifically with Games Workshop, they are they are making it gayer and gayer. They are working on it down. Even like the model design, I feel like they are doing that specifically with. And I don't know if it's on purpose or not, or if it's just the times they be a changing, you know. But I feel like there has to be some form of agenda behind all of it. Genuinely, I do feel like there has to be, because there's no way they can't keep getting away with this, you know.
Yeah, literally.
It's just sad. It's just
I guess
sad.
that's part of what rolls into what makes a good villain. I guess one that goes on slowly and destroys everything you love. That counts, doesn't it, I guess, for a good villain?
Or you know what it could be as well? You could definitely argue a form of betrayal if you're looking for a good villain. Something that you used to love, someone that you maybe like a good villain should be someone. For me, anyway, you can't just like introduce the villain as the Dark Lord. Like, at least they're not going to be the most interesting of villains. Like, you know, for me anyway, a villain needs to be someone that you might have trusted at some stage. I think that's why betrayal hits so much harder, you know? Betrayal, I think, is the key to it all. Like, you know your enemies are going to do you ill, but it's different when it comes from someone that you love. That shit hurts, you know?
Mm.
That definitely hurts a lot more. Because if your enemies are... Well, I mean, you expect that from your enemies. Your enemies are going to do horrible things to you no matter what. But when it comes from someone that you thought cared for you, that's really where the hardship comes from. I would argue that anyway. You know, what would your views be on the matter?
They're complicated for sure, you know. It's like, I think the people who kind of wanted to instill a certain kind of change slowly infiltrated everything, and basically in out of like some kind of odd revenge or something, or I can't really tell I can't what would spur someone on to do this kind of shit, but just like it almost seems like a certain group of people saw a thing that they hated. They hated how masculine it was, or how, dare I say, fun it was. And they're like, I gotta change that. And the morals they went in with the sole purpose to destroy it and make irredeemable changes to it, and more or less destroy what it was, and then morph it into something they thought like that they believe is more correct or more proper. I can't really put my words probably behind it, but it feels entirely premeditated. You know,
most definitely. It does feel like that. It 1000% it feels premeditated. Now,
yeah,
you know what? I'm getting up Dark Sun artwork. Now this shit is peak fucking D&D artwork to me. Nothing else even comes close. You know? Hell yeah!
It feels like someone who had the option of getting some kind of influence, or a group of people who had influence, and are like, you know what? Let's change this for the better. But like, the thing is that they are completely they're kind of what was it I'm trying to find? They're the extreme minority who somehow, some way got into like a position of power, right? Yeah. And then like changed it to fit what they want, but they're ignoring the fact that fucking they're only like 9%, 5% of the actual user base.
Because let's be serious, fucking most nerds are dweebs. Sadly, I think it took me a long time to come to this realization, but the vast majority of people that are interested in war games, tabletop games, a lot of nerd hobbies, comics, all that sort of stuff, fucking dweebs, man. Like, they really are. Like, you know, and they just won't stand up for themselves, like, ever, and just seem to be okay with just taking it. You know, the average tabletop player has got the spine of the average Englishman in this day and age.
There are no Englishmen. That the whole joke.
Yeah, well, don't like. It's my like. I've got nothing against the English, but it's my God-given right to be able to slag off the English at any moment I can. Okay, that's what I get. Okay, this was gifted to me by the gods. Okay, like, you know, that's my ability. Okay, that's what I was given in life, the ability to always be able to slag off the English no matter what the situation. Okay. The Scottish
it's pretty rough watching them arrest that little girl who had the axe and the sword. They arrested her. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I don't even know if I want to talk about that, if I be honest with you. It's just sad. It's just sad. It really is. It's, what a way to be. What a way to be. What I love the most is about it all, it's like, when you see them sagging her off on, like, Reddit, it always comes back to, look, she's purr. You know what I mean? I don't think Americans will ever understand classism the way it is here. Like,
don't say Americans. You want to say city Americans, because trust me, we out here in the sticks, we get it.
Yeah, I feel like UK British Isles, we don't understand racism the way you guys understand it. But we've got way more classism, and I feel like that's something that you could definitely. We're still on topic, guys. We haven't went away. You could definitely draw that more in to tabletop RPGs. Again, like, see, like, class systems and all, or caste systems. Sorry, that should be utilized far more to me. You know, like, for me, when it comes to fantasy settings, I've got two modes. I've got Fantasy 1700s and I've got Fantasy Bronze Age, and that's just me, okay? That's my technological levels. I agree either that or that. Nothing in between, alright? Like, that's just where I'm at. And, like, see, if you're doing, like, a Fantasy Bronze Age, you gotta have some form of caste system. You gotta have, like, India, essentially, you know?
I mean, I have that shit in my fucking sci-fi setting. People, like, either they love to hate it. It's kind of funny.
I mean, it makes sense, though. And
well, it's one of those things where it's always going to exist, no matter, like, because we have it right now. People know it happens right now, but like, it's not against the law currently. Like, it's simply it's basically a cultural caste system where, like, and thing is, it's actually flipped for both of these. Like, think of how, like, a city person looks at a country folk and a country folk looks at a city person. It's two completely different caste systems, but with both systems, the one is on the top. It's like a country guy looks down on a city guy because they're fucking stupid, they're weak, yada yada, and in their mind, they're at the top of the system.
Yeah.
A city person looks down on his own. Yeah, and they're like, oh, he's a redneck. He doesn't know what everything means, and that kind of shit.
Do you even have this Thai takeaway?
Do you know how Uber works?
Yeah,
you know, it's that kind of shit. And that's the current caste system, and people don't really understand that.
Yeah,
like there are still caste systems, and there's still, like, basically casteism going on.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So
it's kind of accepted. Like, yeah, okay.
You know, and again, like, you know, while we're on that, why don't, like, you know, we add in to make a good villain?
Do what?
For a good villain.
Oh, villain, yeah.
You know, everyone knows this. I know this is, like, you know, this feels like a pointless thing to say, but the villain needs to have a motivation that you can be like, you know what? Might be something to that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, see, like, a villain where they're trying to like, shit villain, Thanos. Like, really shit villain. What are you trying to achieve? Oh, I need the gauntlet to wipe out half the population of everywhere so we don't consume ourselves. You know, it's like, well, why don't you not use the gauntlet to, like, make more resources or some shit? You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking ridiculous, man. You know, like, that's not exactly cash money of you to go ahead and do that. But, like, you know, you need to look at villains. Like, you know, what would be a great example of a villain where you're looking at them like, I could maybe get behind that. I could, like, you know, are they a villain, actually? Are they that bad? Oh, you know what? I've got one. Remember the movie The Rock?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy, The Rock.
So that was one where that general went rogue for a reason.
Yeah, he did.
And he wasn't actually the villain. He was simply an anti-hero. He was not the protagonist. He knew he actually had. So that's actually a pretty fun movie to discuss. That rogue general actually had a really good reason to be doing what he was doing.
Oh, he did, all right. And honestly, I'm just putting it out here right now. While we're talking about The Rock, I heavily buy into the fan theory that Sean Connery is actually James Bond in this movie. I love that fan theory so much. I love it. Yeah. I think it's so good. Genuinely, I love it. I fucking do. Honestly, I'm going to watch The Rock now. I haven't watched it in a long time.
It's actually a fan theory that only adds to the story. So what's funny is that fan theory, it only adds, it doesn't subtract from the story they're trying to tell either. It's pretty fun.
And it adds up. It just makes so much sense to me that, to me, it's a headcanon in my mind. It makes so much sense. I love it.
Yeah.
And honestly, you know what? Nicolas Cage is good in this movie. I don't care, guys. I actually quite like Nicolas Cage on occasion. Like, he's not always good, but like when he's good, he's good. And this was a good example. This is best Nicolas Cage movie. Fight me in the comments. I fucking dare you. Go ahead. Fight me in the comments. What one's better?
So I believe, so here's the core tenets of that, since we're just discussing it. So basically it's that his alleged capture by the U.S. government in '62, and it all apparently kind of goes together by like the parallel actors, same story, the same alleged capture, the same year the first Bond film was released. The cover up, skills and personality, the alias John Mason was used by James Bond.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, the lack of known identity, a fake death, yada yada. So like they're kind of going, that sounds like James Bond,
I like it. Also, I also buy into the fan theory that James Bond is also the code name itself. So like all the different James Bonds are just like 007 isn't just a code name.
Yeah.
The name James Bond itself is also the code name. Which I quite enjoy. I like that. It makes a lot of sense. And yes, guys, I don't want to talk about James Bond. You know what I need to watch? I need to watch fucking GoldenEye.
Like people forget why
that was a good villain as well. Not gonna lie, that was actually a pretty solid villain. I quite liked him. What was he?
Yeah.
006 was he? The villain in GoldenEye.
Yeah. But people forget that like the reason why that Brigadier General took the Alcatraz Island was because he wanted money to go to the families of the men who weren't compensated and died. Like he had these what were they, like fucking, they're Marines. I think they're like basically
I think they were Green Berets.
Force Recon. No, that's Army. I think he had fucking Force Recon, and like the families weren't properly compensated on the death of his troopers, so he went rogue and demanded like $200 million to go to the fucking families. But like he's gonna get it via those fucking glass orb rocket ball things, or like is it a nerve agent
or whatever they are?
Yeah.
Some from a nerve agent. I mean,
so like I believe he wanted the money to go to the families, money for his living troops who followed him in a helicopter to get the fuck out of there. And it was like, this guy's not a villain. Like he's getting what he wants in a villainous way. But even then, like I believe he tells the guys like to not shoot the cops or whatever. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, and then they end up like having a bit of a mutiny at the end, if I remember. Mm-hmm. So they do, which is a bit of a shame. Like I don't know, I really enjoyed it. Honestly, great. What do you call the main bad guy actor? And it's not Ironside, is it?
That would be
I can't remember the actor's name, but he's really good. He was in tons of shit. So he was.
Shit. Ed Harris.
Might it?
Yeah. So I believe Ed Harris played the general.
Honestly, and that scene as well. Oh, mate, I'm watching The Rock tonight, guys. I don't care. Like I'm watching it. I'm totally fucking watching it now. But yeah, no, great. So really, like I think a good anti here always works quite nicely. But again, you don't want to. As much as I love things like evil cultists. I love necromancers. I think undead is just a really solid, fun enemy for me in almost anything. I love fighting undead, and I don't know why. I just think they're neat.
So we're doing villains. So we're just going to do the villain stuff now.
Yeah, we just
so in terms of like a villain, it's one of those things where I think an evil lich will always land because like they're the most typecasted. Like, hey, it's a lich. He hates the living. And that's going to be like an absolute like auto-in kind of evil villain. Like, yeah, he's a lich and he hates the living and skeletons
he's
and
he's going to become the master. The thing is, I do have a soft spot. Hold on, actually, you know what? I need 80s Nagash model.
Yeah,
that's what I need. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah,
Nagash is like the poster boy of the evil lich archetype.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't even care. I fucking love him for it. I do. I really do. He's a shit villain, but goddamn, do I not enjoy him? I guess this is my take for the video, guys. He's a shit villain, but goddamn, do I fucking love him.
Now,
you know who else?
You know what?
We're going for Kel as well. Kel, Warhammer Fantasy. No, what is it? It's KH.
You know what? Like, just speaking of like really good villains, I think the best modern villain by far is fucking Dolores Umbridge.
Oh yeah, she's great. She is great. You know what I loved the most about Dolores was, that's literally what fucking Roland turned into. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when she was like, before she turned into a big turf. Genuinely, someone who could. What it gets me the most is, how can someone who understands that villain so much, so many fans of Harry Potter literally turned into that, and just deny reality.
Literally,
like it's
literally,
beyond me. It's actually
like
beyond me.
they don't understand that they've turned into Dolores Umbridge.
Yeah, they really have. They fucking have. And honestly, Dolores is a great villain. She really is. She's up there for me anyway, because I remember hating her so fucking much. You know who else is a great villain? Who's like evil for the sake of being evil, feels like a lot of the time? Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones.
Ramsay Bolton's a fucking psychopath who just wants to be evil.
Yeah,
like,
he is. And you know what? And I'm sorry to say, I fucking love him as well. He's probably my favourite character from Game of Thrones. He's up there.
Like he's just unapologetically evil.
Yes.
That's all. The whole thing is. I just want to be a bad guy, and like, you know what? He goes and he beats a bad guy, and it's like that's just his thing.
Though, in general, though, let's be real, the Boltons were always kind of had that vibe. You know what I mean? Like, they always had that feel to them at all times.
I believe there's the archetypes of like pure evil, like the pure evil character, the tragic evil character, the lawful evil one. Like, the lawful evil ones are basically like, you know, those evil characters that are doing things because it's the right thing to do, and they're being evil to get a certain thing done. Like absolute psychopath evil guys are like Patrick Bateman and like fucking Anton Chur from
Wait, you saying Patrick Bateman's a bag? What? He's my hero? He's literally me.
He's literally peak, bro. What are you talking about?
Are you gonna say I'm media illiterate?
Media illiterate.
No, don't say that. Oh, I fucking hate
Jesus.
that. I fucking hate that meme. I fucking hate it, man. You know what? Actually, while we're on the topic of that, so what's happening over in England, especially at the minute, like, you know, I'm sure you guys know all about that Lisa Flag thing.
Up your media literacy.
V for Vendetta spray paint. What I love so much is it gives so much of the same vibe as, you know, the V for Vendetta, spraying the V. Like, it's the exact same aura. It gives off the exact same energy. And what I love about it the most is
Exact same aura.
it's a fucking vibe, man, and it's giving off that energy. And what I love about it the most is it's the exact sort of thing that makes Alan Moore fucking seethe. Like, I love how much Alan Moore creates such kino fucking media. Anything he does seems to just be fucking peak. And he just hates himself for it so much. He just hates himself.
Why do I fix everything I touch?
Why do I create so much cool shit? And also, it's always like, why do I hate it so much after anything I make? Why is it like this? You know, I fucking hate Alan Moore. Like, honestly, such a dick. He really is. He's just such a fucking unironic. I hate to use the term.
Actually, I guess in that series, what was that? The fucking president's name, like the guy who's ruling England, like that's an evil character as well.
Vendetta.
The manipulator.
Oh, the face of London or whatever, or
yeah,
I can't remember what.
Adam Sutler, that's what it was.
Adam Sutler. Yeah. You know what? While we're at this, right enough, can we talk about Big Brother for a minute? So I came across a statistic the other day that apparently the most common book that people lie about, that they say that they've read or whatever, is
1984.
Yeah. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys this real quick. So see if we go on to YouTube, right? And see if we type in 1984 audiobook, right? You guys can do this. This is like a thing. Look, it's right there. It's right there. 10 hours or 11 hours, pretty much. There's no reason to be lying about reading it, because you can just go ahead and type it out on YouTube. You don't need an Audible subscription for this, guys.
There's a one guy. Oh yeah, I've read it.
I've read it. Literally, just do it. Like, you know, I don't know why people need to lie about it whenever that exists. I actually got into an argument with one of my friends because he tried to insinuate that I've never read it. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the
James,
fuck?
you've never read it. I know you haven't read it.
No, you haven't read it. It's like yes, I like it's right there. It's right there. Now you can say that I've never actually finished the comic for V for Vendetta though, even though I do have it, but I've never
I
actually.
watched the movie. That counts,
I
right?
watched the movie. Yeah, that's good enough. You know what I mean? Even though I've never actually, I've got like the first few chapters, and then like I never get back to it. You know what I mean? But I've got that problem.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
actually reading, like, see the idea of having time to sit down and actually read. I got two kids.
Sorry, we're creatives, and he has fucking kids. Like, we can't just fucking whip out a book for the next fucking 10 hours.
I'm sorry. It needs to be an audio format for me to be able to like actually get it into me because I'm just too busy. You know what I mean? I know people like take it really up to. Like,
He's too important, chat. Okay.
You do. It is what it is. Okay, guys. It is what it is. But yeah. I mean, the thing is, as well, you definitely argue with the whole thing with Big Brother is these people want power. And they want to hold on to that power with any means necessary. And, like, you know, we saw that with the USSR. We see that in many regimes. You know, you can look at Cambodia, for instance, with, you know, Pol Pot or whatever. You can even look at China. They still do it in China very heavily. Or in North Korea. Like, you know, it doesn't take much to be like, this guy's being evil. This guy's making people's lives terrible for no reason. It's like, well, he wants the people to be downtrodden, you know. I love the whole, like, I'm going to say it's a theory. Let's say it's a theory, but why do we make such horrible...
game theory.
Why do we make such horrible architecture these days? Why does everything have to be gay and boring and not inspire and create? Maybe they want a weak population. Maybe they don't want you to...
Be the Pizza Hut of your ancestors.
Maybe there might be something to that. I don't know, guys. Maybe. I feel that with every passing day, you know? I feel that so much. I feel like they just want to keep the man down, you know? Have you ever seen the brutalist architecture butt plug? Brutalist
Butt plug?
architecture butt plug.
Oh.
Well, no, not that one. That's the one I'm on about, yeah. That's what the world feels like.
Square.
That's what it feels like this day and age.
You're not wrong.
That's what I feel like. And I think you can boil everything down to just this as well, you know? Why?
It can all boil down to brutalist butt plugs.
Yeah, even that would be so much cooler than what we have today. You know what? It kind of amazes me. Like, you know, like throughout all of human history, like let's say we took aliens, and aliens gotta come down and they gotta like look at us, like, you know, they've been watching us for like thousands of years, and like, you know, all across the world there's so many different styles of architecture. Everything's so different everywhere you look. Right up until about after World War II. And after World War II, everything looks the same. Why does the entire world look so...
Homogenized?
Yeah. Everything looks so samey. Like, can you really tell the difference between, like, an English city to a German city at this point? You know?
You used to be able to, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of the same, not gonna lie. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some changes, but few and far between. You know, everything, like, you know... Skyscrapers are skyscrapers, man. You know? Like, they all kind of look the same. Like,
Make architecture great again.
I know it's going to cost money, but it's worth it. Like, you know, why can we not build monuments? You know what I mean? Like, you know what? I'm sorry, but like, you know, what do you call it?
You can only build about giant fat black chicks. Okay, that's the rule.
Like, where's that Russian monument?
No,
That
you
shit.
can only build giant statues over giant, overweight black chicks. All right, that's the rule.
No.
I'm sorry. That's how it is.
Like, you know what? Maybe... Like, just look at that shit. Like, you know, that you can't look at that and be like, or even like, you know, like, let's go back to like even like the Statue of Liberty and stuff. Like, no, that shit's beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, why can we not do this?
Sorry, James. That's the rule. Not black, no statue.
Please and
Please.
Down statue head. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that up on screen for a wee minute.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Which apparently apparently are doing a statue.
Are they going to redo it? Are they going to make it again?
Yeah, apparently.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take it down and let's destroy it in secret. But also we're going to leak photos of us burning the face down. Huh.
I always see people who have that as their fucking like their PFP on Twitter is just his face.
Honestly, it's you know what it is. Like, I'm just gonna put it up here. You know where we are at the minute. Saturn eating his children. That's where we are.
Oh, Saturn eating children.
Yeah, that is the boomer. You can't tell me that isn't the boomer.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
And the worst thing is,
Maybe the boomers are the villains we found along the way.
I kind of feel I hate this, like, hatred of generations, because let's be serious, it's only a specific group within these generations that actually behave like this. It's I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys. This to me is a villain. You know what? The betrayal of it all.
Boomers are the villains we've had.
Yeah. Although at least millennials are headed to like inherit it, but let's be serious. I'm sorry. Like you know what? Let's get it up here. Millennial cringe comic.
I guess actually, when you think about it, a pretty solid villain is the generation before you, who like. You think about like a more esoteric villain, like the previous generation who just fucking raped the land and left you nothing, and you got to deal with it now. That's a solid villain, actually.
No, I've got the perfect villain. I know exactly who the villain is. It's Warwick Davison. Now this wee fucker.
What? He's a villain?
Yeah, fucking right, he is. So you know what he did, right? Makes a lot of money, because he's a fucking wee dwarf, wee short person, wee stumpy, yeah. Fucking hate me.
Wee short person.
Fucking see me wee stumpies. Now, you know what he does? He then goes ahead and goes like, casting like small people as like dwarves and stuff. That's like offensive. Bitch,
Didn't Dinklage do that?
Bitch, that's how you make your fucking money. That's how you. So it's a classic case of climb the ladder and kick it down after yourself.
But I thought Dinklage did that, not Warwick
Dinklage
Davis.
did do that as well. Dinklage did.
Oh, they both did it?
Yeah,
Great.
they both fucking did it. The two biggest stunties that there is in show
Two
business.
biggest stunties.
Yeah, these
That guy was racially charged, sure.
Well, fuck him, because you know what?
Well, fuck him.
Fuck him. You know what? I'm very. Now, I don't want to get this channel banned for saying what I would love to do with him, but Warwick Davis, the perfect date night. The perfect date night meme. Let me see if I can find it. Nah, I'm not going to be able to find it. Never mind. It's a good meme. I'm sure some of you guys know what I'm on about, but
I'm afraid to ask. Not gonna lie.
It's kind of like the perfect date night, and it's like torture equipment and Warwick Davis. So I'm gonna have to blur that out because they'll probably do me for incitement of violence or whatever. But yeah, this wee fucker.
This man hates dwarves.
No, I think dwarves are cool, man. But this wee fucker, on the other hand, you know what I mean?
This gnome, I don't like him.
Yeah, this wee fucker, he's I despise people that'll use certain tactics and certain methods to get ahead in life, and then will try and shame other people for doing the same thing. That's what I despise. I despise people.
A mild party foul.
Yeah, people like that just pull the ladder up behind them. You know what I mean, or kick it down behind them. You know, that their type of mentality. Oh, we can't let anyone else get ahead. You know what? You can see this as well. You know what? This is why I don't really interact with like RPG Twitter all that much. Because see RPG, like Tabletop RPG writers, the vast majority of them are fucking dweebs. Is that hard to say, Garbro? Is that mean?
No, that's pretty fair.
And you know what? While we're at it, the amount of them that like talk shit about each other behind each other's back, the amount of like snidey comments, because you know what? All I see is if someone does well, oh, that's taking away sales from me. That's making me look bad. How dare
especially in the fucking OSR community, dude.
Oh,
like,
it's fucking wild, man. It's actually.
Can we name names here, or is that not allowed?
Well, you know what? You can.
Because there's one particular.
I'm gonna blur it out. I'll bleep out any names.
Okay.
you, man. Like, you should have known that going into it. You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to have to cut this segment, or at least heavily edit it, because the guy.
I would say bloop, bloop, and beep.
Bloop and beep. I'm gonna just I'm gonna.
The thing is though, I would happily say that out loud because because I will actually stand on business for that shit.
Yeah, I think
Like I fucking hate that dude.
I so do I. But the problem that I have is I refuse to be involved with someone like that. I'm just not getting into arguments with people like that, and they're just gonna. Because the thing is, like, he's the type of guy that will just like bring out, like, try and pull drama out for literally years on end. Literally years on end. It's actually fucking homo. But yes, back on point. I'm sorry to say, guys, but most tabletop RPG writers are indeed gimpazoids with giga inferiority complexes, to say the least.
Dude, the biggest chips on their shoulders.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
It's really bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I've met a lot of great people, and there's a lot of people that aren't like this, but I would say, honestly, it's like 3-1 or 2-1, like, easily.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
See, the thing is, Victor's based. The estate buff guy, Victor, he's based. I like him a lot. The rest can just get fucked.
I don't know. Like, it's
well, not like the rest, but like the fucking bottom feeders who just want to make drama.
Well, anyway. Look, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and like, frankly, like, my view on the matter is, look, if you want to do RPGs full time, you can't live in a first world country. Like, you can't be living somewhere like America, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to work, like, move somewhere else. It's just cheaper living. Like, it is very possible. You know what I mean? Yeah, Garbo, you got fucking Gibbs. You do. You got that sweet ass fucking VA pay. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And you know what? That's your God-given right, because that man in the lock does earn you that money by threatening the population of San Francisco with nerve agents. And you wish he had fucking succeeded at the same time.
Did you tie it back to the fucking rock?
Yeah, I did. And you know it's true. You deserve...
Masterclass move, not gonna lie.
Yeah. So anyway, all I'm saying is, if you can pull it off, definitely do it. But you need to be able to subsidize your money somehow, and that means working some other form of job or work in some other form of business that actually generates way more money. Because I'm sorry to say, the RPG pool, there ain't that many people. Like, the market's just not big enough for that many people to be able to do it full time. You know what I mean? And
not full time subpar work either.
Like, there's just not many people that can pull it off. You know what I mean? Like, I was able to do it for a good few years, but like, it's not worth the stress. If I be completely frank, like, if you can work out how to sell something, you can work out how to sell something else, and if you can sell something else, sell something else. You know, all I'm gonna say is there's so many people out there that say, oh, you need to be passionate about how, like, you know, what it is that you're selling or what it is that you're doing. It's like, you do realize there's a Chinese billionaire out there, like, you know, and a really big one that made his money selling cement and concrete. Yeah, like
blocks of like stone and shit.
Yeah, and I guarantee there's probably more than one of them. More than one of them. Is there anything more dull than concrete?
I mean, it may be great, but the money's green. Know what I mean?
You know, it is what it is. But I would say to anyone, like, if you're interested in like writing tabletop RPGs, spend a bit of time. You know, work on your product, work on your book, work on your thing that you're working on, and make it to the best possible ability that you can, and then worry about trying to sell it afterwards. You know what I mean? That's really the main goal, I think. Like, you know, I think you need to get your product first. If you don't have a good product, like, you know, you're fucked, man. You know what I mean? You need to make something that people are actually willing to buy, people that are willing to actually hand money over. Because let's be serious, the market's, you could argue, it's saturated for how many people there are doing it. You know what I mean? Let's be real.
It's not like it's saturated with good shit. It's not like it's saturated with like a lot of good shit. It's just fucking saturated. Like, yeah. It's just covered in stuff.
Yeah. You know what? Let's go on drive-thru. Drive-thru.
Oh, God forbid, dude.
Let's go on drive-thru and let's see what there is. Is there anything like cool up on like the website? Let's go on. No. Number one best-selling title. No.
Daggerheart.
How much are they selling this shit for? It's only the PDF. $30 for a PDF. How about no?
Yeah, that's $3 for a thing they made with a bunch of like probably fan work and shit. Like,
Yeah.
like I have no idea that like the corners they might have cut, but I knew that they cut corners somewhere and got like volunteers or some shit. Like I somehow I still believe they made it. Like if they had made that themselves, they'd be playing it. They would go, "Hey, sorry, we're gonna use our book."
Yeah.
Like it's I don't believe someone who made a game book would just go, you know what, let's use D&D because like all their viewers are there for them, not for the fucking game.
Yeah, it feels like it. So yeah, Trash, Legend of the Mist. I know nothing about it, but I'm sorry, the artwork ain't that appealing to me. Must be some RPG. Storm. I have no idea. Apparently, the Without Numbers books are very good. I've heard. I know a lot of people that actually use a lot of these books, and from Kevin Crawford, and a lot of people do swear by them. They are actually worth their money, so they are. I've been really tempted, but again, like, you know, looking at the price, I'm like, fuck, 70 quid. You know, I don't know.
Bro, your tabs are wild. Let's realize how many tabs you have.
Yeah, it's bad. Let's see, what else do we have? Legend of the Five Rings. I've heard a lot of good things. Yeah, boy, Warhammer Fantasy Old World role playing.
Yeah, it's so that's a weeb game. Five Rings. It's all about weebs.
Now, the guy that I knew that was running the adventure, I asked him, like, is there any chance we could play it as like a geisha K-pop band by any chance? And he just turned the phone call off with me.
Turn the phone call.
Yeah, he just left the Discord chat, so he did. No, he didn't actually, because I said, can we not have like 5 of us as like geisha K-pop stars, and one of those be like the serious like samurai meant to defend us? Like, you will all die. Like this, it's a pretty brutal system. It's like, I think we could get by. It's like, no, you will die. It's like, okay, fine.
Killjoy.
Yeah. I got all the books for the Old World role playing game. What's this one anyway? Role playing game master guide. Oh wait, Old World. Is this for the actual like rule book? Are they selling the fucking thingy on this now for the Old World?
Might be.
Oh, I didn't know they sold like Warhammer books on drive-thru.
I actually have. So my dad has one of the earlier first Warhammer role playing books. That's fucking crazy to see it.
That's pretty cool. Let's see, what else do we have here? Don't know nothing about. What's this? They made a new one? Because I remember they had Wrath and Glory. Have they made a new 40k role playing book?
Yeah. There's a fucking new one they have.
Is it any good, or is it trash like Wrath and Glory?
I haven't read it. I haven't read it in the least.
What I will say is Wrath and Glory is dog shit. What do you call the one from the Old Guardsman Party? I played it a few times, and it's hard. Like, I'm just too much of a fucking retard to play that game, not gonna lie. It uses a D100 system, and sometimes
I am too dumb for this game book. Yeah, I've said that a few times.
Yeah, I feel like that. You know what, guys? I got nothing wrong with saying I'm a bit of a retard sometimes, and also not all systems are meant for you. You know what I mean? Like, you have to ask yourself, do you have autism? If you're playing RPGs, you probably do. At what degree of autism do you have? Or
Am I the main demographic for this game book?
Are you the GURPS type of autism, or are you the AXE type of autism? You know, because they're very important questions, I must ask. You know? What else do we have here in the top best-selling? Anything that I see that looks interesting? I don't know any of this story. Oh, Mutants and Masterminds. I've heard some good things about Mutants and Masterminds, but I don't know about it. Cyberpunk.
It's for a certain flavor of game.
Yeah,
for sure,
I'm just not into superhero stuff, not gonna lie. So it's really not for me. Cyberpunk Red's actually not bad, but I think you're better off just playing Cyberpunk 2020, if I be honest with you. Like, you know.
Well, Red was made due to the popularity of the anime, wasn't it? Or no, I might be wrong.
No, it was made before Cyberpunk Red came out.
Which one was made because of the popularity of the anime?
Edge Gunners, I think it was called, but it was like a 5e adaptation, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think.
It's been a long time since I actually thought about it, so I'm not sure.
Edge Runners 5e.
Edging Runners.
Edging. Let's play D&D.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a D&D thing.
Yeah, sadly.
That's depressing.
I know. Anything else worth looking at here? Not particularly, if I'm being honest with you. Nothing. that like I would really care much for. Let's see, what's under a fiver? Outer World of Darkness solo RPG. What's this? This activates my neurons. You know what? The Fat Dragon Guide to Printing FDM Miniatures? Huh. Okay. I could actually get behind this. Yeah. I don't know what it is by 3D Printing Man, but like I'm just feeling it at the minute. You know? West March's campaign, some adventures.
All that grayscale art, I've never liked that shit.
I don't mind it. I think it's alright. Like I like this. See the inverted stuff? I think that stuff looks pretty cool. So it does.
The white to black.
Yeah, I like that. I think that looks a lot cooler. What's this?
Well, that's Yellow Pinion.
Dark Fantasy Fairy Tale Adventure for level 1 for Shadow Dark.
Oh yeah, so Shadow Dark's kind of the new OSR now.
Yeah, well, it seems to be the default of what people are actually playing when it comes to like OSR. Honestly, as far as I can tell, it looks decent. You know what I mean? It looks good. Like, you know, I haven't actually. I haven't played it.
I don't
so, like,
see.
I don't really know.
From what I've seen of it, doesn't really act like there's a big like. It didn't do anything new. It simply just updated how the game is viewed and played. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get all the people sucking it off. Like, okay, they're fanboy. Like, to me, I don't really see what it did differently or what it does that's so unique. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's just an updated OSR that's not covered in fucking grogs and fucking chud.
Yeah.
Like, it's all it is to me. Like, it's still a dark fantasy setting. It, you know, like all OSR is fucking rules light.
I feel
there's like the torch mechanic, which is interesting.
I
That's
feel
about
for
it.
me, like most people that play OSR already have the goal system down. So like, all I really see is like, for me, I'm at the point where I don't really care for goal books at all, because I play pretty much. Essentially, what I play is either both my own systems. If I'm playing like fantasy stuff, I'll do Dice and Demons, and if I'm doing like more modern stuff, it's Death March, and that's really it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, genuinely, and like they're amalgamations, and I'll just like adapt accordingly. So for me, I'm more interested in like setting books than anything. I like the world and the universe and all that sort of stuff. Don't get me wrong, I still do love, like, you know, let's go on like LOTFP store. You see, I know a lot of people fucking I'm not going to do it, Garfield. I'm not going to do it. But this here was a really good one that I really enjoyed. This was one of my last games that I played, Don't Fuck the Priest. And it was actually a lot of fun. I adapted it with Death March, so I did. And it went down pretty well. It's like a randomly generated dungeon, and it's like full of like not zombies, are technically fungus. Okay, guys, they're actually fungus, but it was actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. That was a good wee adventure. I really liked that one. What else have I played recently? I haven't played, honestly, I've hardly played anything. I've been painting, man. I've been painting and I've been enjoying it. What have you been at? Like, have you been up to much? Holy shit, we're an hour and a half in. What have we done? What is this video?
Garbro and Neckbeardia ramble for
Yeah. So in other news, old artwork good, it got soul. New artwork, bad, gay, boring. Villains, I kind of like them. You know what? I just, as long as
villains, I kind of like them.
I can kind of get behind this guy. You know, you know what? Give me an alternate universe where I could be like, let me type in Conan the Barbarian villain henchman. Yeah, could I be like one of these guys? Like, see if I was like in the Bronze Age, I'd be totally down for like following my fucking evil warlord into battle in the promise of glory. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be down for that type of shit. Just saying. What would you be, Garbo? If you had to be something, like, you know, you pick your own thing. I'm going for that Bronze Age warlord vibe. You know, that's what I want to be.
I'm definitely that fucking rogue general, dude.
Yeah, I would have thought you were going for the cowboy vibe. Not gonna lie, I would have thought you would have been more than keen.
What, the fucking rogue gunslinger?
Yeah, or like, you know what? Can we finish up on?
Are you typecasting me, British man?
Yes, I am. You know what? We're gonna finish up on this. On this video that I have, because I think it just fills my soul. So it does. Oh, here, do you see that picture? Best roller coaster picture I've ever got.
Nice.
I fucking love that. I love it. I think it's the best photo I've ever got taken of
It's
me.
painfully London, though, you gotta admit. Like, happy white person, like the...
Oh, I love it.
How do you do, my fellow Englishman?
I love it. Oh, look at my necromancer, guys. You like my necromancer?
It's pretty necromancy.
Yeah, and look, I put actual fur on my undead wolf.
I saw that. Did you put like a... Well, what is it? Is it like an effect you have, or like a material?
It's cotton swabs. Just like ripped apart.
Ah, okay.
Super glue, and then you kind of like cut it and like comb it. But the thing is, like, you know, I've fixed the skin up because like the skin just looked too like cartoonish for me. Do you know what I mean? But like, you know, I think it came out pretty good. Anyway, let me get up the video that I'm on about. Oh yeah, on this with modern art, Trads will look you dead in the eye and says this doesn't make them feel anything. Yeah, bet you don't. Bet you don't.
That's absolute dog shit, dude. Like, I don't understand modern art. Like, that kind of modern art, get fucked.
Libtards will look you dead in the eye and tell you this doesn't make you feel anything.
Why is his dick always out there? I hate it.
I don't know, man. I think the Queasy Frog's funny, okay? Right, where the fuck is it? Oh, here, look at my other model. Look at how cool he looks. Eh? You like him? Eh?
Is that Thompson machine gun? What the fuck?
Fuck yeah, it's Trench Crusade, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
copy.
Yeah. Oh, where the fuck is it? Is it in my... Where did I put it? Wasn't that long ago.
Hey, whose alien was that?
What, you like that, D? Oh yeah, my mum bought an airplane, by the way.
Bought an airplane?
Yeah. Why? She's got one of these. This is one she has. She bought this. I don't know
it's
what...
ultralight. Yeah,
I've got no idea what to say about it at all. But like, that's what she has.
Please don't crash.
Yeah, like, just don't kill yourself. Oh, also, by the way, guys, I achieved 3x my body weight. Just putting it out there. Even though it is with the trap bar with handles. But I don't care. It's fucking 3x body weight, which is actually more now because I weigh less. So we'll see what happens. I'm actually going to the gym tonight, so I am in a couple hours. Let me keep going. Let's see. Where the fuck are we? Because I want to finish up on this video. There we go, boy.
White boy obsessed with Japan versus white boy obsessed with Japan versus white boy obsessed with China is one of the most important distinctions of the 21st century. I think you are missing a critical third type of white boy, the one obsessed with Mongolia. There was a white boy who was so obsessed with Mongolia, who LARPed so hard as Genghis Khan, that he literally became a steppe warlord and slaughtered thousands of communist soldiers, establishing the last Khanate in history.
That's what I want to be. Like, that's my
Jesus.
This is my wish in life.
That's the kind of passion a sensitive young white boy can have for Mongolia. Don't get me wrong, there is much to appreciate about Japan and China, but at the end of the day, some of us yearn for the horse and the bow, to ride like thunder out of the steppe and crash like lightning upon the civilized world. The eternal blue sky calls to us with promises of a simpler but more fulfilling life.
Yeah, boy! That's what I'm talking about. You tell me you don't wish that in life? Look,
I mean, I've heard of worse lives.
Look, all I want to do is, I just want to be able to live in a world where I can physically crush my enemies.
See them driven before you.
Yes, exactly. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We live in such a feminized society. We live in a society, Garbro. How do you not understand this? We live in a society, right? And I want to live in a world like, you know, what's the thingy quote about civilized man crushing skull? This here, that's what I want to finish on. Because that's just what I feel in life. Civilized men are more fuck, I can't say it, than savages. Because they know they can be impolite without having their skull split robberty hard.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Where's the lie?
there's literally no lie. What I love is I love the way people can act big balls behind, like, you know, online. Because, like, you know, you know what? I'm going to be completely straight up. I have never had a single issue with a gay or trans or anyone like that in real life. Like, I've only ever had problems with them over the internet. Like,
Online.
Yeah. I've honestly only met nice people from, like, or even like leftist types that I wholeheartedly do not agree with. I've honestly only had like positive experiences with these humans. You know what I mean? I have never actually had like an argument with someone who I vehemently disagree with, like in person, ever. But online, suddenly everyone wants to act like a bitch. And tell me I'm wrong. Everyone suddenly wants to turn into a bitch. And it's just the way
Fair
it
is the lie. There is no lie.
There is no lie. There is no lie. I kind of wish we could just return to a world where, you know, the way you acted in person was the way you acted online. You know, that would be kind of nice. You know, I think it would be something that we all wish to achieve. Or I just want to light out a step.
we live in a swing first society where the person who swings first is the one in wrong. So I know that someone's going to agree with this, but like basically we live in a society where if you don't swing first and you are the one swung upon, you have more rights and more legal authority than the one who did swing.
Yeah. Bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. But
just how it is.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe not in England. Maybe not in the UK. Anyway.
Well, no, y'all cucked.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I love is one of my friends. He's one of those people that argues with people on Facebook all the time. Like, see if any of you guys want to. See if you guys go on Facebook and type in Belfast Live and follow that page. See if you guys come across a guy called Chris with a K in the comments. That's my mate. He's a fucking retard. Because I don't know how he's not banned from that page. Because all he does is, like, post the biggest load of wank I've ever seen in my life. And you know the worst thing is, I actually agree with him on a lot of the things that he's saying. However, he presents his views in such a terrible manner that it makes people look like retards. You know what I mean? It's like, please stop talking. You're not explaining yourself very well. You're making everyone else that agrees with you look like a fucking absolute spastic, for lack of a better word. Please just stop talking. Mm-hmm. You were not designed to be voting. Your haplotype is, you were not destined for the voting booth. You were destined for the field. Like, get back to it. You know,
you were destined for the field.
You were, Garb. Have you ever met someone like, you know? I know so many people.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I have. I absolutely have.
So many people that are just not, that you can tell you come from a long generation of peasantry. And don't get me wrong, I come from a very long backlog of peasantry as well. But bitch, we are not the same. We are not the same.
We are different.
And that's my level of classism, you know what I mean? Like, that's my level of classism. Like, I am not the same as these peasants. Jesus fuck. Like, you know, I look at them and I'm like, Jesus. We're built different. Built fucking different, you know? Also, by the way, can I finish up on this? So, these are my updates for the year. Now, a lot of people, I was talking to a lot of guys, and a lot of people said to me, James, what you're doing is too extreme. You can't possibly sustain this. You can't possibly do this for any length of time. I'm 1 year in, right? And I've went up 100 kg on my deadlift. Now, it's trap bar deadlift, but I still went up 100 kg regardless. And people were trying to say, no, James, you can't build muscle and lose weight. It's not possible. Built fucking different, man, alright? You just fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like, you just fucking do it. Right? I don't care. I'm sick of boys coming up with fucking excuses for anything. I'm going to the gym, but like I'm not building any muscle or whatever. You're not going hard enough. Quite clearly, you're just not going hard enough. I'm not losing weight no matter what I eat. I just can't seem to be able to lose weight. You're not tracking calories, right? And you're fucking lying to yourself.
You're probably grazing or like just making these huge fucking caloric meals. You don't even understand what the fuck you're making.
You're just like, it's okay to not understand what you're doing, but it's different when you're actively lying about it. You know what I mean? It's like, bitch, you be lying.
You ate 6 candy bars.
Like, I'm going to tell you guys, see what I ate yesterday? I had one big tin of Red Bull, one small tin of Red Bull, and I got a stacker box meal from KFC, right? And that's what I had.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, that still comes out at like 1,500 calories. So I'm still going to lose weight. Bitch. You know what I mean? You just need to work that shit out. You can eat KFC every day of the week. You just can't eat that much on top. You know what I mean? Like, that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
You can enjoy 3 chicken strips. Don't eat 16 Popeyes chicken strips, you fatty fuck.
You can still eat. You can still do. You just need to be able to count that shit out and just moderate how much of it is that you can eat. Like, you can eat chocolate every day, bitch, but you gotta factor that in. You know what I mean? Anything that goes into you gotta factor that in. You know. But anyway, that's where we're gonna love views and leave views. And also, by the way, I did the math. So yeah, this looks really extreme, but this averages out to just £2 a week. By the way, guys, you know what I mean? Like that's it for over the course of a year. So like, you know,
probably feel better, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, a lot of people ask me, it's like, do you not like have like more energy? It's like, bitch, I got a 5-month-old. What the fuck do you think? Like, you know, it's like,
well, like, you know, like you like your clothes fit better. You can wear like better clothing.
I can wear better clothes, and like none of my clothes fit. I give away a lot of my clothes, so I did. You know, just because nothing fits. You know what I mean? You have to get it in complete new wardrobe.
Nothing fits anymore.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, because I see whenever I lost the first 4 stone, like I was still like holding on to my old clothes, but nothing fit. Like everything just did not fit me, and I looked trampy as shit. But I refused. There was something mental in me where it's like, I really don't want to go out and spend money on clothes because I know I'm only going to wear them for like 2-3 months. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point in spending money on clothes? But it really did get to the point where it's like, I need new clothes big time. It's just not working for me anymore. Like everything looks like far too big. So I went from a 2XL to a small. That's what I'm in at the minute. You know what I mean? And like top sizes. So that's a thing. But yeah, so that is possible, and £2 a week is very feasible for most human beings. Even if you only do £1 a week, it's still very feasible for most human beings. And like, you know, I would say just give it a go and go ahead, and you can go do this by downloading. If you go here, you can go ahead and you can download Suffer Now or Suffer. You know, over 100 people downloaded this.
Really?
Yeah, I was really
good for them.
Yeah, I was really happy about that. I know personally of at least now 6 people have messaged me over it all. And 6 people have started like trying to sort themselves out. So, you know, I think that was overall successful. You know what I mean? So I don't.
It's 100 people. I mean, it's 100 folks who are now like, you know,
interested,
helping themselves, and
at least interested in the idea. You know what I mean? So like, you know, yeah, I'm happy for that. You know. Also, also we're going to be in Mad Scribe magazine in a wee bit. You know Mad Scribe magazine, you know, the tabletop RPG.
Oh, Mad Scribe, yeah.
Mad Scribe magazine.
I know who it is.
Yeah, I know. I'm just putting it up on screen so people can see. But
gotcha.
Yeah, they're going to be for the first quarter, so it's a quarterly magazine. They only do for a year, but for the start of 2026. They are going to be putting in Suffer Now or Suffer, or at least a heavily edited version, because I need to work it down to like 2,000 words or whatever. Like I'm getting a split essentially.
Stop being a fat piece of shit.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to put like the gym exercise into it, like, you know, the actual just weightlifting section of it.
Yeah, I got you.
Because let's be serious, like, I know it's so off topic for us to talk about this sort of stuff, but nerd hobbies. Last time you went to like a con, how many guys did you see with like a good healthy BMI?
Not enough of them, I'll say that much.
Yeah. While we're at it, let me just get this picture up. Now, I hate to admit it. I really hate to, you know, say it and all, but let me just get this up here. Now, this is a guy that made Father Ted. And I'm sorry, but what the fuck is that physique?
It's peak new male, I believe.
And let's be real here. I've met quite a few people that play RPGs or war games or whatever that have a very, very similar to physique to this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, like, you know, I'm not trying to like be mean or whatever. Like, you know, like I'm fucking being straight up. Like, if I looked like fucking, like this not all that long ago, like this time last year, that was me. For God's sake, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't think most people will be like, yeah, that's not exactly a good look, is it? You know what I mean? It's not ideal. So if that's something you're interested in, free download. Gerber, anything else worth showing before we leave? Anything else worth
Negative, good to go.
talking about? Alright, okay. This video was a complete fucking ramble. You know, we did have a thread. I just want to put that out there, guys. We did. I actually had a thread. It was this thread right here I was wanting to do. But it kind of just didn't happen. And I don't look...
Next time.
Next time, whether thread doesn't get read. You know what I love the most is everyone says, like, all you guys do is like read threads from Thorchild, from TG. We haven't got a thread from TG in like fucking 6 months at this point. Like, straight up, we just haven't. You know, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Or anytime we do, we just kind of get derailed. You know, the thing is, it's because I don't really get to talk to Garbu that often. The only time I get to talk to Garbu is like once every like fucking 2 weeks when we record these videos, and just other shit comes up, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Anyway, look, as always, hope you guys enjoyed. If you stayed this long, how the fuck have you stayed this long? You want to do that, Garbu, now?
Sure. Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know. He's like, bye. Thank you for the wonderful day. What do they say at the end of Family Guy?
Thanks, have a great time.
Have a
Yeah,
beautiful day. Bye.
All those moments lost in time.